All right, good morning. In part one of this video series, you saw me cut down the tree, the sugar maple tree, and drag it out to the sawmill on the homeowner's property. And I milled the lumber out, the little beams, and feel free to take a look at that video right here in the top right corner. So I got all that back at my house, the building house from Tree's house, the one that you've seen before, and I start by kind of just chamfering the bottom of the legs there. That's what I do here. And so I use the mortise maker, the chain mortiser that I was so graciously lent for my timber frame project to make the mortises here. And I had to spend quite a bit of time puzzling over the exact layout and the placement of the notches, the mortises and the tenons. But then once I figured that out, it was kind of just back into manufacturing of notches and mortises. And of course, that chain mortiser makes short work of it. And then it came time to start making the tenons, basically, specifically the tenons on the ends of the structure of the kitchen island. And that's what I'm doing here.
One down, three to go.
Rock maple is kind of shockingly hard. It's earned its name. This was slow work and way more difficult than notching and mortising and tenon in the pine like I did for the house, the house that I'm actually standing in. I'm working in the basement here, and it's a really nice thing working on a concrete floor. But yeah, making all these notches was quite a bit of work. Well, then I set to planing and sanding them.
Hello?
Yeah, and just like notching, the sanding was slow going, and the planing, I just had to be really careful to watch out for tear out, and it was good, but it was certainly slow, hard work, but it made a difference, bringing kind of the grain out of the little timbers here. Once all that was all done, it was time to start fitment of the legs and the structure. So that was kind of slow, ticky-tacky work because they just needed a lot of little adjustments. I made them all rough and wide because I knew there'd be some shrinkage and I didn't want them to be really loose. So I knew there'd be quite a bit of fine-tuning, and there was. I just want to make sure that they're pretty square, and as they were, and then I just kind of use these bar clamps to lock everything together and nice and tight and flush before I start to mark out and drill the location of the dowels. And the dowels I actually ordered off the internet, off rockler.com. I just used what were they, walnut dowels, and I cut them to length and I soaked them in linseed oil. And just, right here, I'm just carefully laying out and notching and then drilling the holes. So, because I wanted them to be symmetrical and kind of snake eyes or whatever. Yeah, watch out for that drill. It's got some torque to it. Sinking these in was really satisfying because once these were all in on four corners, I did two just to make sure there wasn't any wiggling. This is just so incredibly solid now without any hardware, metal fasteners or whatever, GRKs, or whatever you'd use, and that's fun. That's a satisfying thing. So I'm afraid I got very, very minimal footage of the install. I ended up doing this at about 9 o'clock at night while my friend Corey was doing the backsplash of the tile work in the kitchen. And so, yeah, basically I got next to no footage of this. I drill out the holes here. I had to install the final, kind of put it together in place because it's too big to get out or to get in the door once it's all pegged together. But so I drilled the holes out, and I then pegged it with the walnut pegs that have been soaked in linseed oil. And my camera fell over. And my friend Kevin, who did the painting, was gracious enough to give me a hand here. His painting ability on this remodel was just outrageous. And I'll cover that in the probably first episode of that Building a House from Trees series. I'm probably going to spend some time on the remodel project. But yeah, I was lucky to have his massive strength to help me get this, the stone. It's a Caesar stone, and it is incredibly heavy. I definitely was surprised at how immensely heavy it was.
It's so cold. It's absolutely frigid. Hold this. You got it? Yeah. You don't have gloves. I don't use gloves. It's funny, I thought that same thing, but we've got like 6 windows open. I have gloves. All right. What their availability is.
Probably slam right
It's a pretty busy time.
All right. Counter trace. Uno, dos, tres. Alright, let me get my hand up and pinch. I can. Okay. Yeah.
Give me up, which eyes out. All on plywood. Like the post should be all up on plywood.
Where we'll just
Laser flat.
I don't know. Yeah.
And then it's
And so here's the final product. Unfortunately, I finished this literally the day before the homeowners moved in, and that was the day before Thanksgiving. So just immediately moved into the house. The project was finished, and this individual's project was finished. So I don't have many good photos of it kind of in place, but this is it. So thanks a lot for watching, and I really appreciate the kind words last week. And yeah, I'll stay tuned in the next couple of weeks for a new Building a House from Trees season. All right. Thanks for watching.